State was that Nigeria had just been placed on a list of countries of particular concern for violation of religious freedom. This was a direct result of the work that some of us had put in when we put together the report titled Silent Slaughter, Genocide in Nigeria and Implications for the International Community. So it was the late Dr. Obadiah Balafia, Dr. Richard Ikebe, Dr. Aya Adedoyin, myself, and a few other people who worked on this report. We submitted it to the US State Department and the US Vice President's office, the then Vice President Mike Pence. And we got the result of that was that Nigeria was placed on that list by Mike Pompeo shortly before he left office. That was Mike Pompeo's last major foreign policy decision as Secretary of State. And as soon as Anthony Blinken came in, literally a few months later, one of the first things Blinken did was take Nigeria off that list. So that was the clearest indication you could get that, in addition to not caring that this government has literally just murdered hundreds of innocent, unarmed civilian protesters, that they're actually happy with this government and they're actually facilitating and actively aiding and abetting what this government is doing. Because, you know, you've had your immediate past Secretary of State put Nigeria on a list stating that this country is a country where there is a heightened risk for practitioners of a certain religion. They're undergoing a genocide in a part of the country in the Middle Belt because Christians were undergoing a genocide in the Middle Belt. This was proven. And Anthony Blinken comes in and says, there's no problem. We're taking them off the list. Nigeria is fine. There was no, for the rest of Buhari's tenure, there was no kind of friction whatsoever with the US government. We're best of friends. And then after Buhari leaves, Tinubu comes in, and it's even, you can tell that the relationship is even closer. Then you have the FBI director visiting Abuja directly. You could tell that they're very chummy, right? So the sum and total of all of this was, I came to understand very clearly that up until that point, I had had an incomplete understanding of how the world